You have big dreams about your financial future, but let's be honest, sometimes you rather binge on Netflix than review your budget. You want to retire wealthy, but checking on your investments, that feels like a chore. And if you're nodding your head right now, I've got good news. You don't need to be a financial superhero working 24/7 on your money in order to build wealth. What you need is a system that works for you while you're busy living your life. Today, I'm going to show you how to turn your ambitious goals into a reality even on your laziest days. This is wealth building for the ambitious but lazy, and it works better than you might think. What's up, everybody? I'm Rashida, and I'm your guide to smart money moves. I started my own wealth building journey at the age of 17. I've grown my portfolio to 7 figures, and I did it all on a public servant salary. So I know it's possible for you to get there too. I'm here to show you the way, so let's go. Today, we're talking about a topic that affects so many of us. Being financially ambitious, but to be honest, a little bit lazy when it comes to taking consistent action. And I know that we have all been there. I'm going to share 7 proven strategies that will let you build wealth without requiring constant attention and effort. These are going to be the exact same principles that have helped countless people escape financial stagnation and create real momentum, even when motivation is in short supply. So let's start with the problem. Most financial advice assumes that you're ready to transform into some budgeting robot that's willing to track every penny and studies the stock market for hours every week. And so how's that working out for you? Probably not great. And so think about it like this. Imagine you're a person that wants to get into shape, but you hate going to the gym. And so what do you think would happen if you told that person, hey man, you need to go to the gym and you need to work out intensely for 2 hours every day. That's the only way you're gonna get into shape. Get out there and start. That person is without a doubt going to fail within a week or two. That's not sustainable. And so instead, what works is finding a physical activity that they enjoy and start with just 10 minutes a day. Financial success works exactly the same way. Look, the truth is, willpower is completely overrated. Studies show that it is a limited resource that depletes throughout the day. And so that is the whole reason why you may start your day telling yourself that you're gonna save money, but by the end of the day, you end up ordering takeout and making an impulse purchase online. The system is what is going to matter, not your daily motivation. Consider this. If you had to consciously decide to pay your rent or mortgage each month, how many people would end up missing payments? That is why automatic withdrawals exist, because a system is going to beat willpower every single time. And so instead of trying to force yourself to become someone that you're not, let's build a financial system that works with your personality. We are going to embrace your ambitious but lazy nature and make it work for you instead of against you. The first key step for the ambitious but lazy is to make the right kind of commitment. And now I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking commitment sounds like work, but here's the thing. We are going to use your ambitious side to make a few strategic commitments, and then we're going to just let your lazy side ride that thing out for months or even years. Now, the key here is going to be to make your commitment specific, meaningful, and long-term focus. And so just ask yourself this simple question. Do you want to be in the same financial position 10, 15, or 25 years from now? If the answer is no, that is your ambitious side speaking. And so we're going to use that ambition to make a few simple but powerful commitments. And so here's what an effective commitment looks like for the ambitious but lazy. First, we're going to commit to simplicity. When it comes to your financial goals, less is more. And so instead of creating 10 or 15 different goals that you'll never keep track of, let's just focus on 3 to 4 simple, specific financial targets with clear time frames. One short-term goal that's 2 to 3 months out, one yearly goal, and then one 5 to 10 year goal is perfect. And so, for example, your short-term goal might be to set up an emergency fund of $2,000 in 3 months. Your yearly goal could be to max out your 401k or your IRA contributions. And then your long-term goal might be to reach $100,000 in investments within the next 5 to 10 years. Second, Second, for each goal, you need to identify 2 to 3 action steps. These should be very concrete actions that move you toward your goal. And remember, the simpler, the better. For your emergency fund goal, the action might be set up an automatic transfer of $150 to my high yield savings account. And so what I want you to take a second and do is to write these goals and actions down. There's something very powerful about putting pen to paper sometimes. This is going to help you move your commitment from a vague idea to something that is more concrete. Remember, we're not asking you to transform your entire life overnight. We are using your ambitious side to make a few strategic commitments, and then we'll set up systems that let your lazy side cruise along while still building wealth. Now that you've made some simple commitments, let's look at one of the most overlooked wealth building opportunities that require minimal effort on your part. One of the easiest ways to build wealth when you're ambitious but a little lazy is to simply get the most out of your current job. Because most people are leaving serious money on the table without even realizing it. Because here's the reality: your paycheck is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to your total compensation. The ambitious but lazy approach, it is not about working harder. It's about being smarter about what's already available to you. I want you to start by taking inventory of all of your workplace benefits. Now, most people are going to know the basics like, yeah, I have health insurance, but I want you to dig deeper. Do you know how much your employer is actually contributing to your healthcare premiums? What about your 401k match percentage? Do they offer life insurance, disability insurance, legal services? How about educational reimbursement, or do they offer professional development funding? And so let me give you a real world example. I had a viewer that discovered that her company offered $5,200 annually to education reimbursements. That's a benefit that she had never used. And so once she learned about it, she used that benefit to get a professional certification. And what happens when you get professional certifications? She ended up getting a $12,000 raise, all from filling out a simple form that had been available to her for years. So if you guys are looking to earn extra money, there are ways all around you that you aren't taking advantage of right now. And so even understanding your pay stub better can be a simple but powerful move. Do you ever look at your pay stub? Do you know what all of those categories and numbers actually mean? And so we are going to have a better understanding of these things as we move forward. Take 10 minutes and just review your pay stub line by line. If you see something that you don't understand or you have never noticed before, figure out what it is. Look it up. Contact your HR department if you can't find the answers online. Know your compensation is very important. Now let's talk about your 401k. If your employer offers one, first you need to find out how much they match, or if they match at all. Then you want to figure out what your vesting schedule is, okay? You need to figure out how long you need to work for that company in order for you to be able to keep 100% of the match money that they're giving to you. That's very important. Then I want you to find out what investment options are available to you. Oftentimes you can very easily increase your contribution percentage by simply going to a website or placing a 5-minute phone call with the company that handles your retirement workplace plan, okay? And so by doing this, you could be potentially putting thousands more dollars into your retirement account each and every year. And so the ambitious but lazy approach is simple. And so just spend 1 hour reviewing your workplace benefits, then make those few quick changes that will continue to pay dividends for years, if not decades, without any additional effort on your part. Now let's take things a step further and look at how we can create income streams that work for you even when you're not working. Now let's take a look at one of my favorite topics when it comes to the ambitious but lazy, and that's going to be creating sources of passive income. So the whole idea is to put in focused effort up front, then enjoy the rewards with minimal ongoing work. This is perfectly aligned for the ambitious but lazy, all right? Now, the key is to choose passive income strategies that actually match your current skills and resources, not ones that are going to require you to become a completely different person overnight. And so now let's start with one of the more simple forms of passive income. That is dividend paying investments. Many ETFs and index funds pay regular dividends, which means you're essentially getting paid on a regular basis just for owning the investment. And so consider looking for funds that are labeled as dividend growth or high yield dividend and set up automatic reinvestment of those dividends, because we want that compounding interest and growth working in our favor over the long term. And another easy strategy is to simply leverage the skills that you already have, guys. And so, for example, if you're someone that's, say, good at creating Excel spreadsheets or budgeting, you can consider creating a template that you could sell as a digital product, let's say on Etsy or Amazon. The upfront work may be substantial, but once it's created, each additional sale requires almost no effort from you. And for those of you with more financial resources, rental property can be an excellent source of passive income, especially if you're able to use a property management company that can handle the day-to-day operations. Yes, without a doubt, something like this is going to require more initial capital, but remember, we are thinking long-term here. Some ambitious but lazy people have had success with content creation that continues to generate income. I personally know people that have had great success doing this and a lot of income to speak of. You could also consider things like writing a self-published book, creating online courses, or even starting a YouTube channel. Many of you guys know that I have a twin sister that has a very successful YouTube channel. She is still receiving income every single month from videos that she did 3 years ago. And so that is the type of opportunities that are out there and waiting on you to take advantage of. You just got to take the jump, because the beauty in passive income is that it perfectly balances our ambitious and lazy sides. And so now that we understand the opportunities available to us, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools that make this all happen automatically. Automation is perhaps the most powerful tool for the ambitious but lazy. This is going to be your secret weapon to build wealth while you sleep. So imagine you have two people, both make $50,000 a year, and they want to save 15% of their income. Person A is going to rely on manual transferring of their money when they feel motivated. Person B is going to set up automatic transfers on payday. After 1 year, person A has saved about 5% of their income because, hey, life got busy, things came up, certain things needed those resources that they had sitting in their bank account, and it didn't get invested. While person B effortlessly saved the full 15%. And so here is exactly what you need to automate. First is going to be your retirement contributions. If your employer offers a 401k, you need to set it up to automatically deduct from your paycheck. And what you want to do is start with at least enough to get the full employer match, because that is literally free money. Second, create an automatic transfer from your checking to your high yield savings account the day you get paid, okay? If you need a recommendation for a great high yield savings account, I'll leave a link in the description below. They are offering a $250 bonus just for signing up. And so even if you start with just $50 a paycheck, that builds your emergency fund without requiring any thought or effort, right? Third, you're going to set up another automatic transfer to a simple straight up investment account for your longer term goals. That can be an IRA, or it can be a regular standard brokerage account if you feel like you want to access that money before your retirement years. This is going to connect perfectly with your passive income strategies, as we discussed. As one financial expert put it, out of sight, out of mind. And that is some of the best advice that I can give you when it comes to investing, is to set it and forget it. Don't mess with it. Just come back in a year or two and see how you're doing. Check in for a few minutes and move on. Because when you take the powerful step of your money being automatically moved from your checking account or your paycheck to your investments or your savings account before you even see it, you adapt your lifestyle to what is left. That is why it works so well, and that is why it's so important for you to meet your goals. And that fits perfectly with this theme because you get to set it and forget it. The beauty of automation is that it removes the need for any continuous decision making. You make one good decision now and it keeps paying off month after month, year after year, decade after decade. But keep in mind that automation is only as good as what you're automating. And so now let's talk about the simplest investment approach for those of you who do not constantly want to monitor their portfolio. Individual stock picking is going to be your worst enemy. To be successful doing that, it's going to require constant research. It will create unnecessary stress, and honestly, most professional investors don't even beat the market consistently. Instead, embrace what I like to call the lazy portfolio theory. This approach is literally backed by Nobel Prize winning research, and it requires almost no maintenance. And here's how it works. Invest primarily in low-cost index funds or ETFs that track the entire market. Vanguard's Total Stock Market ETF, ticker symbol VTI, or Fidelity's Zero Total Market Index Fund are perfect examples. These investments are going to give you ownership in thousands of companies with a single purchase. And the true beauty for the ambitious but lazy, once you set this up, you quite literally do nothing for years and maybe even decades. No constant checking, no panic selling during market dips, and no time-consuming research. In fact, countless studies have shown that investors who check their portfolios less frequently often have higher returns. Think about Warren Buffett's famous advice. He said that the best holding period is forever. And so let me share a story with you that illustrates this perfectly. There was a study done of Fidelity's best performing accounts, and they discovered something very fascinating. The accounts with the highest returns belonged to people who had either forgotten they had the account or, sadly, people that had died. And why is that? It's because they weren't constantly tinkering and making emotional decisions based on market movements. For someone who's ambitious but lazy, this is the perfect strategy, and it just happens to be one of the best that you could adopt for your wealth building goals. Now let's take a quick look at how to design your environment to make smart financial decisions the path of least resistance. The environment that you create around yourself is going to have a massive impact on your financial behavior, especially when motivation is low. And so let's take a look at what this looks like in practice. First, you're going to do whatever you can to make bad financial decisions harder. You can do simple strategies like removing your saved payment information from any shopping websites, unsubscribe from marketing emails, put physical distance between yourself and temptation. Research shows that even small obstacles can significantly reduce impulse behavior. Next, we're going to make good financial decisions easier. Set up bank accounts at institutions that don't have branches near your favorite shopping areas. You can use apps that help you round up purchases to help you save the difference if you're somebody that's having trouble saving money. Again, check out my link to SoFi Bank in the description. They have the roundup features on their accounts. And choose a credit card that automatically gives cash back on essentials like groceries rather than ones that require you to activate rotating categories. Because we are trying to remove friction, let it be something that's automatically done in your favor. And so think about it like this. If you put a bowl of candy on your desk, you will eat more candy, all right? And if you put an apple there instead, you will eat more apples. It's just that simple. Your financial environment works the exact same way. One extremely effective environmental design strategy is to make your progress visible. Create a simple visual tracker of your net worth or your savings that you see daily. You're going to have a constant reminder that you are doing things that are going to help you reach your financial goals. There are plenty of apps out there that can easily track this for you. Rocket Money is one that I recommend. The link will be in the description. Remember, willpower is limited, but environmental design, it works 24/7. And the ambitious but lazy person that designs their environment intelligently will outperform that motivated person with poor environmental design every single time. Now, let's bring all of our strategies together with our final approach that truly embodies the ambitious but lazy philosophy. Our final strategy brings everything together in what I like to call the set it and forget it approach to growing your net worth. This is about making a few high impact decisions up front that continue to pay dividends for years with minimal effort. And here's what it looks like in practice. First, focus on your career as your primary wealth building machine. Even a 5% increase in income can have a bigger impact than months of penny pinching. And so be sure to invest in skills that will increase your market value, okay? Then capture those raises by immediately increasing your automatic savings when they happen. Second, make big one-time decisions that reduce expenses permanently. Reducing your high interest rate debt, negotiating insurance rates, or moving to a more affordable living situation are perfect examples of one-time effects that pay off month after month, year after year. And third, choose financial products that work harder so you don't have to. Credit card accounts with automatic cashback, bank accounts with no fees, investment platforms with automatic tax loss harvesting. These are ways that help you save money without requiring any ongoing attention. So look into these. And the beauty to this philosophy and approach is that once you set up these systems, your financial success becomes almost inevitable. You can be having a lazy month or even a lazy year, and your wealth will continue to grow. Think of it like planting a tree. That initial effort of digging the hole and planting the sapling, that takes work, but once it's planted correctly, that tree grows whether you're watching it or not. So there you have it, guys, the ambitious but lazy guide to building wealth. This is something that I live by, and I want you to try it on for size. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you are still here watching this video at this point, I want you to put a bed emoji down in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to check out my next video. I will see you guys in the next one. Again, I'm Rashida, and I'm out.